What if I told you that your biggest problem could be solved in just 48 hours? You might not believe it, but today I'm going to share a scientific and practical method that can help you achieve in just 2 days what many people fail to do even after years. Let me explain this through a short but true story. In 1999, a Japanese businessman named Masao Kawasaki conducted an experiment that changed the mindset of the most productive people in the world. Kawasaki divided 50 of his company's employees into 2 groups. The first group was given 1 week to complete a task. The second group was given the exact same task, but only 48 hours to finish it. The result was incredible. The first group, who had an entire week, worked slowly, took time to make things perfect, and in the end, 50% of them failed to reach the goal. But the second group, who had only 48 hours, completed the same task with 90% success. So how was this possible? This is where Parkinson's law comes into play. When you have more time, you stretch the work unnecessarily. But when you have less time, your brain switches to a completely different mode, the survival mode. In this mode, your brain shuts down distractions, starts making faster decisions, and works 10 times sharper. Hello, friends. Welcome back to World Book History. In today's book summary, we'll go through 8 powerful lessons. And I promise if you listen carefully, you'll be able to achieve things you never even imagined. If you truly want success in your life, don't forget to comment success in 48 hours. So, without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into lesson 1. And if you have earphones, put them on. It'll help you stay focused throughout the video. Lesson 1. The psychological effect of 48 hours. Why does this method actually work? Imagine this. You're about to attend your best friend's wedding, and suddenly you find out there are only 48 hours left. Now, all the tasks you've been postponing for weeks, shopping, packing, buying gifts, suddenly start happening at lightning speed. You focus completely on what needs to be done without any distractions. And the amazing thing is you actually manage everything perfectly. This isn't magic. It's called the deadline effect. When your brain receives the signal that time is limited, it automatically switches to high-speed mode. That's the power of the 48-hour rule. It supercharges your thinking, planning, and execution. Have you ever heard the saying, work expands to fill the time available for its completion? That's exactly what Parkinson's law means. If you're given 1 month to finish a project, you'll probably relax for the first 25 days and rush through the last 5 days. But if you have to complete the same project within 48 hours, your brain goes all in. No excuses, no delays, only results. When our brain senses an emergency situation, it directs all of its energy toward one specific goal. That's why when someone says, "Bro, I need this work done by tomorrow morning," we somehow manage to stay up all night and finish it. Human nature is such that until we face a real push, we don't like to step out of our comfort zone. Now imagine if someone told you that your entire life could change in just 1 day. How would you feel? Believe it or not, 48 hours is enough to change almost anything. Every major innovation in history had one thing in common: an insane level of speed and urgency. Whether it's Steve Jobs or Elon Musk, these people don't fear deadlines. They turn deadlines into their source of power. If you never set a specific time to finish something, you'll never finish it. That's the mindset of every successful person. The thought of "I have time, I'll do it tomorrow," is your biggest enemy. Procrastination is a silent killer. You won't even notice how years of your life will pass just in planning and thinking. In reality, everything you want in life comes from one mindset: it's now or never. Just imagine, what would happen if you spent the next 48 hours focusing only on your goals? 48 hours of dedicated effort can take you to places people spend years trying to reach. The science behind this is fascinating. According to neuroscience, when the brain has limited time, it releases dopamine, which boosts motivation. When we set deadlines, our brain enters a flow state, a mental zone where distractions disappear and performance peaks. That's why students often study all night before an exam and somehow remember everything perfectly. It's not magic. It's a brain cycle that, when used properly, can transform your entire life. So next time you dream big, don't drag it on for years. Apply the 48-hour rule. Take your first big step within 48 hours. Trust me when you tell yourself, just 48 hours, no excuses, your world will truly begin to change. Lesson 2. How to set the right goals. Smart planning for 48 hours. If you don't know where you're going, every road will seem wrong. That line may sound simple, but it's the foundation of direction in life. The 48-hour rule only works when your goals are clear and measurable. Otherwise, it's like using Google Maps without entering a destination. There's a famous method called SMART goals. It stands for specific, clearly defined, measurable, something you can track, achievable, realistic, and possible, relevant, aligned with your purpose, time-bound with a fixed deadline. If your goal doesn't include these 5 elements, your 48 hours of effort might go to waste. For example, if your goal is I want to improve my life, that's too vague. But if you apply the SMART method, it becomes in the next 48 hours. I will wake up at 5 a.m. and exercise for 30 minutes every day. Now, your goal is clear, measurable, and time-bound. Have you ever wondered why? There's such a big difference between 10 days of studying and the final 48 hours before an exam. Because in those last 48 hours, your focus, urgency, and brain power all come together. That's the power of short, intense action.
When students reach that final stretch before an exam, their goals suddenly become SMART. Specific, focusing only on what's urgent. Measurable, knowing exactly how many chapters are left. Achievable, memorizing everything overnight. Relevant, preparing only what's essential for the test. Time-bound, finishing within the exam schedule. Now imagine applying this same strategy to your bigger life goals. Success might just be a few hours away. People who try to do everything at once end up doing nothing. One of the biggest mistakes during goal setting is creating too many goals at the same time. When you overload your brain with 10 different tasks, you fall into analysis paralysis. You spend so much time thinking that you lose the energy to act. That's why, within your 48 hours, choose only 1 or 2 key goals, the most important ones, and give them your full attention. To set goals effectively, use the method of reverse engineering. It means breaking your main goal into smaller, time-bound actions. For example, suppose you have to work on a new business idea within 48 hours. You could divide your time like this: 12 hours for research, 12 hours for planning, 12 hours for execution, and the final 12 hours for review. When each step is clear, your brain doesn't wander, it simply locks in and starts working. When the purpose is clear, the path becomes simple. Once your goals are properly set, you'll be amazed at how much you can transform in just 48 hours. Before starting any new challenge, ask yourself only one question: is my goal SMART? If the answer is yes, then trust me, success is already on your side. Lesson 3. Reset your mindset. The fastest way to transform yourself. We become what we repeatedly do. If your thinking remains the same as yesterday, your results will also remain the same. But can a person really change their mindset in just 48 hours? The answer is yes, because change doesn't take time, it takes intention. When a person's way of thinking changes, their entire life can change. The fastest way to shift your mindset is through identity shift. Seeing yourself as the person you want to become. Think about it. If a smoker says, "I should quit smoking," he probably never will. But if he says, "I am a non-smoker," his entire perspective shifts. All you need to do is let go of your old story and embrace a new identity. Fake it till you become it. Trick your brain into believing what you want to become, and it will follow. In one experiment, participants were told to stand in a superhero pose for just 2 minutes. Chest out, chin up, confident stance. In those 2 minutes, their confidence levels rose. Stress decreased, and even their communication style changed. This means your body language can literally reshape your mindset. Now, let's look at another scientific approach. Neuroassociations. The brain repeats only what it connects with pain or pleasure. For example, if you love eating pizza but hate going to the gym, you'll always choose pizza. But if you start associating the gym with pleasure and pizza with discomfort, your mindset will automatically shift. This is the same technique top athletes and successful people use. They make hard work feel joyful. The simplest way to reset your mindset is through immediate action. Don't overthink, just act. The moment you move, your brain begins to rewire itself.
If you want to make a real change in your life, do something immediately that moves you in that direction. Read a book, make a new decision, meet an expert, or make a big promise to yourself. Until there's a trigger, your mindset won't change. Change your thinking, and your destiny will change. 48 hours is enough to adopt a completely new mindset. You just need to make one promise to yourself. I will become the person I was born to be. Lesson 4. Building the right habits. How to create habits that last beyond 48 hours. Our lives are the result of our habits. If you continue following old patterns, nothing new will happen in your life. The problem is that most people start new habits but fail to sustain them. Whether it's going to the gym, waking up early, eating healthy, or studying. We are enthusiastic for a few days and then slowly let the habits fade. But why does this happen? To change a habit, you first need to understand the habit loop. Every habit has 3 components. Trigger the cue that starts the habit. Routine, the habit itself. Reward the feeling of satisfaction or pleasure. If you want to break a bad habit, keep the trigger and reward the same, but change the routine. For example, if you have a habit of eating sweets at night, trigger, finishing dinner. Routine, eating sweets. Reward, satisfaction or pleasure. To break this habit, keep the trigger and reward the same, but change the routine. Now the question is, how can you build a habit in 48 hours that actually sticks? The answer is the 2-minute rule. Whenever you start a new habit, make it so small and simple that it's impossible to skip. If you want to develop a reading habit, commit to reading just 2 minutes. If you want to go to the gym, do just a 2-minute warm-up. Our brains fear big tasks, but small manageable actions are easily accepted. Additionally, habit stacking helps link your new habit to an existing routine. For example, meditate for 10 minutes right after brushing your teeth, or exercise immediately after having your morning tea. When habits are linked to an old routine, they become harder to skip. Here's the interesting part. If you can perform a habit consistently for 48 hours, your brain starts treating it as the new normal. That's why when people take on challenges like a 30-day fitness challenge, it becomes easier to maintain the habit. The first step is always the hardest. The most important factor is environment design. If you need to study, keep books on your desk, not hidden in the cabinet. If you want to eat healthy, remove junk food and place healthy snacks in front. Your environment has the greatest influence on your habits. Consistency beats motivation. Many people think that creating habits requires massive motivation, but what really matters is small, repeated actions every day. Habits stick when you integrate them into your identity. Don't say, I go to the gym. Say, I am a fit person. When your identity changes, habits form automatically. Lesson 5, new habits for earning money. How to start a new income source in 48 hours. There are 2 ways to earn money. Either work for someone else or work for yourself. Most people only know one way to earn a job, and that is the biggest mistake. If you want to change your financial situation, you must create a new source of income. The good news is, in just 48 hours, you can start one. Change your thinking, and money will naturally follow. First, you need to break free from a fixed income mindset. Most people believe that earning money requires huge skills or a large investment, but in reality, small ideas can generate big income. You just need to know how to execute them correctly. Now, the real question, how do you start a new income source in 48 hours? Follow these 3 steps. Step 1, identify your strengths. What do you enjoy doing? What can you do better than others? Can you write, speak, teach, design, or edit videos? Do you have more knowledge about a certain topic than most people? If yes, you can turn it into income. For example, if you enjoy speaking, start a YouTube channel. Learn one new skill in the first 48 hours. Step 2. Low investment, high return. If you don't have money, don't worry. In today's world, the internet is your biggest investment. You can start earning with little to no money using methods like online freelancing Fiverr, Upwork Freelancer, selling digital products, ebooks, online courses, or templates. Dropshipping or affiliate marketing, sell products without creating them. Social media management, manage Instagram or Facebook for small businesses. Step 3. Take the 48-hour challenge. Set a strict 48-hour deadline for implementing your chosen idea. Day 1. Research and plan which income source to pursue. Day 2. Take direct action. Post your first content. Upload your first gig. Find your first client. When you give yourself a deadline, your brain will work faster. This is Parkinson's law. When time is limited, focus and productivity increase. Remember, the first step is always the hardest. Lesson 6. Discipline and consistency. How to start in 48 hours and build a successful life. The real secret to success is not brilliant planning or mental sharpness. Discipline and consistency. Only those people build discipline and consistency who make it simple and fun. In the end, the one who stays. Millions of people dream big, but only a few succeed. Those who take one small step every single day. So, are you ready to begin this journey for the next 48 hours? If yes, victory is already yours. Listen carefully. Now comes the next stage. How to keep growing even after 48 hours. You've worked hard for 2 days. Now the question is, what's next? Many people try to change their lives in one big push. But the real magic happens when that change continues. If you work hard for 2 days and then go back to your old habits, nothing really changes. So the key is, keep your 48-hour startup momentum alive. Step 1. The 48-hour review. What went right? What can be improved? In every journey, you must pause and check. Am I still on the right track? If you've worked hard for 48 hours, ask yourself 3 questions. Did I reach my goal? Did it feel easy or too difficult? If I continue this for 30 more days, will I get better? If your answer is yes, move forward. If no, improve and restart. Step 2. Avoid losing momentum. The biggest mistake people make, they start strong for 2 or 3 days, then slowly fade away. That's where winners and quitters are separated. If you started going to the gym, continue for just 48 more hours. If you started waking up early, do it for 2 more mornings. If you started learning a new skill, repeat it for 2 more days. Because the one who never stops always reaches the top. Step 3. Automate your growth. Use the habit stacking method. If you've done something for 48 hours, now connect it to your daily routine. That's called habit stacking. Example. After brushing your teeth, do 5 minutes of exercise. After drinking tea, read a book for 10 minutes. Before sleeping, plan your next day. This way, new habits form automatically, without extra effort. Step 4. Boredom, the silent killer of growth. Every new habit reaches a stage where it starts to feel boring. And that's exactly where 90% of people quit. They get tired of doing the same routine again and again. But success belongs to those who keep going even when it's boring. That's the real meaning of discipline. Not I'll do it as long as it's fun, but I'll do it as long as it's necessary. Step 5. The accountability hack. How to make yourself responsible. Simple. Let someone track your progress. When someone is watching your growth, you automatically become more serious and focused. Would you like me to make this part lesson 7 in voiceover style format with pauses, tone markers, and emphasis like pause? Emphasize soft tone for perfect delivery in your video. It'll sound much more cinematic and powerful. Tell your friend what you're doing. Post on social media that you'll be working on this habit for the next 30 days. Set up a reward system. If I continue this for another 48 hours, I'll gift myself something I love. Step 6. From 48 hours to 48 days. The long-term growth plan. The first 2 days, just start the habit. The next 7 days, make it a part of your daily routine. The next 21 days, make it stronger, so it becomes a habit. The next 48 days, let it become part of your lifestyle. Remember, one day of change won't create miracles, but small, consistent progress every day will take you exactly where you want to be. The final truth, this journey doesn't stop here. Now it becomes your way of life. If you've built something new in 48 hours, it doesn't mean you stop now. It means the real game has just begun. Keep moving, one step forward every single day, because those who keep going make history. So, are you ready to grow? From 48 hours to 48 days, and then for the rest of your life. Conclusion. If you ever believed that big success takes months or years, now you know that's not true. Just 48 hours, 2 focused days, can completely change the direction of your life. You've learned how deadlines sharpen your focus and boost productivity. You've learned how to set clear goals, reset your mindset, build new habits, and defeat your biggest weaknesses. It's not impossible. You just need the right strategy. Now, there's only one question left. Are you ready to apply the 48-hour rule to your life? Or will you keep living the same routine, postponing your dreams to someday? Remember, 48 hours can change anyone's life if they use it the right way. So decide now. Take your first step now and give yourself the chance to achieve the success you truly deserve. And that's it, my friends. That was today's audiobook from World Book History. I hope you loved it. If you haven't liked this audiobook yet, please do and subscribe to World Book History. Our goal is simple: to bring you powerful, life-changing lessons that help you grow every single day. Now tell us in the comments, if someone gave you 48 hours to complete an important task, what would be your first step to make sure you finish it on time? We'll see you again in another amazing and inspiring episode of World Book History. Until then, stay happy, keep your family happy, and as always, do something so great that the world wants to be like you. Thank you.